Ever found yourself at a dinner party where suddenly you get asked the following question?
How do you feel about this whole inflation thing?
I think it's, great.
Do you even know what inflation is?
Yeah, of course I do.
Come on, explain it then.
Yeah, you know, it's the thing with the money and the stuff.
Oh my God, he doesn't know what inflation is. I don't understand. How does everyone know about this whole inflation thing?
Well, the reason for that, my bad acting lookalike, is because that term has been on every news reporter's tongue since the end of 2021.
With the highest inflation levels in more than 40 years.
Rising inflation is a global phenomenon.
Latest inflation figures.
See? Which is why in this video, I want to bring you up to speed on everything you need to know when it comes to inflation, interest rates, and all that other stuff you keep hearing in the news recently. And hopefully by watching this, next time you're at a dinner party, you won't only keep up, but you'll get applauded for your knowledge. Let's start with the most basic question. What is inflation? Let's use this crisp $100 note to explain it to you. Imagine you went to the grocery store last year and decided to spend the entirety of these $100. If you'd gone back this year and bought those exact same goods, that would have now come to $117. Inflation means that prices have gone up whilst the purchasing power of your money has gone down. Okay, great, that's the result of inflation, but how the hell did it even happen in the first place? Well, let's just say that between those two visits to the grocery store, the government might have been slightly worried about the state of the economy. Well, to sort this out, they decided to make interest rates really low so that borrowing money became really cheap and saving money became, well, really crap. Additionally to this, they even started printing more money and just handing it out to the public. Well, the result of that is that the demand for products inside that grocery store has shot up and they haven't been able to restock their shelves at that same pace. So the grocery store are gonna do what it makes sense to do. They're gonna raise prices. And that, my friends, is how inflation occurs at a really dumbed down level. Great, you now know what inflation is, but have you ever wondered how the news keep plucking out numbers like 10% inflation or a 2% inflation target? You see, it's all done by measuring a number of goods and services, with one of the most popular baskets of these goods and services being called the Consumer Price Index, or CPI for short. The CPI not only tracks the price of these items inside of its basket, but also gives each item a certain weight depending on their importance. By taking a measure of the total price of that basket and comparing it to how much it cost last year, that is how we calculate a number for inflation. And if we take a look at CPI over the last few years, you should really be questioning what on earth happened in 2021 to set it off like a firework. Well, I'm gonna be honest with you, there's no one answer to this. It's actually a culmination of several things happening at the same time, resulting in disastrous inflation numbers. Firstly, let's take a look at COVID. For the past few years, people haven't really been able to spend their money and go out. So when COVID ended, people had way more money to pump into the economy. Not just that, but the government have also been putting more money into the economy through schemes like furlough or help out to eat out. Second, over the past 10 years, we've had record low interest rates in this country, meaning there's been zero incentive for people to save, whilst also making borrowing cheaper than ever. Next, the supply issues caused by COVID, making products way more expensive to make and therefore to sell. After that, we've got the impacts of getting used to Brexit, with supply costs yet again going up because of that. And if you thought we were done there, you'd be wrong, because we've also got the Ukraine war to contend with, which massively affected grain supplies, of course, as well as oil and gas coming from Russia. In summary, all of those events mean that we've got record money being spent in the economy, government pumping money into the economy, and supply issues causing products to rise in costs as well. It's literally the three magic ingredients that made inflation do exactly what it's done. Now, I'd love to leave it there for today, but unfortunately, if we really are going to get you covered for your next dinner party, there's one more thing we need to talk about. Interest rates. And more specifically, what on earth are interest rates, how are they affecting inflation, and how are they affecting you? When a government are trying to get interest rates under control, they really only have one tool to try and combat it, and those are the interest rates. Since the Bank of England's first decision to raise interest rates at the back end of 2021, they have continued to raise interest rates at every single opportunity, putting us at 5% at the time I'm making this video, and probably we're going to be at 5.25, if not 5.5% by the time you're watching this video. But how do rising interest rates actually try and combat inflation? Well, the main thing they're trying to do is just to stop you spending so much bloody money. And they do this in two ways. Firstly, they incentivize savings. Record high interest rates make people want to put their money in the bank because they can finally earn some good interest on it. And secondly, it disincentivizes borrowing because you don't want to borrow and pay massive high interest rates on that money that you owe. The best example is to think about what's going on with mortgage rates right now. Now, as people put less money into the economy, demand falls for goods and services, and hopefully that means these companies start to reduce the prices to make them more competitive. But that does lead us to our final question. When will this finally be over? How long's a piece of string? As a genuine answer, the Bank of England are trying to get inflation down to 5% by the end of 2023. That's over half the record highs of over 11% that were set in October 2022. They then predict that it could take about another year to get it down to the 2% target that they have for the economy. Interest rate predictions, on the other hand, are slightly less positive. It now does seem that this 5% interest rate is probably here to stay for the next 12 months or until summer of 2024, and when they do come down, they'll probably settle at around 2 to 3%. Nothing like the record lows of 0.1% that we've seen here in the UK over the past 10 years. The truth is, those 0.1% rates were record lows. We just got used to them. So now 2 to 3% is probably the number that we're gonna get used to once again. And on that cheerful note, go smash your next dinner party. Actually, wait 1 second. Why don't you impress them a little bit more by telling them how much they should have saved at each age, really flexing that financial knowledge by watching this video over here. That will definitely get the conversation flowing.